Collective spirit is wanting someone to know that the emotional fog surrounding a connection is there because you are picking up something that your heart may not be really ready to accept. Okay, it feels like someone you are connected to is staying close to you, because to be close to you, it provides them benefits that they don't want to lose. Okay, your energy is showing up very resourceful. It seems like you have a lot to give. It feels like you are very generous. Okay, you don't mind sharing. Now this doesn't just have to be financially. This could be that maybe you are a person who was able to open certain doors for another individual or for other people. Maybe you are able to assist and bring people around other individuals of a certain status. So maybe you open doors and you provide opportunities, or maybe this is that you are very generous financially. You're showing up unexpected income, right? But what I'm picking up from this energy is that you're often the giver. You're often giving more than you are receiving, because as you can see, the hand here, the clothing around the wrist is tattered. If you can see the focus. Okay, and where you may be, decked down in custom suits, you know what I mean, or custom dresses, or just a status difference is here. Okay, you're often the giver. Okay, but I do see best friend here. So this is somebody that you're very close to. Okay, somebody you may have a soft heart for, you may have a soft spot in your heart for, or you may just be an overall softie for this person. This is somebody you're close to. Now, I don't know, it could be a platonic connection, purely platonic connection. It could be familiar, you know what I mean? It could be friends with benefits, that kind of vibe, where maybe you are somewhat hoping that it will turn into something more stable romantically as well. Okay, now a man female is showing up here. This is either you or this is the person in your energy. All right, it feels like you may be growing. Okay, you may be growing spiritually, you may be growing in allowing your intuition to guide you, and because of that growth you are kind of ascending in a way that is having you to look at the connections that you have, the people around you, what you are giving as opposed to how much you are receiving from them. And this could be about this one particular person, or this could be about your connections in a more broader scope. All right, but we're going to see exactly more about what spirit wants you to know with this energy. So welcome in, collective, welcome in, soul tribe, starseed family, returning subscribers. Thank you for spending some more time with your girl. I greatly appreciate it. If you are a new viewer, welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody get comfortable. We're going to walk through this energy a little bit. Now, I do have a false person out here. And when I was sitting, as the cards came out, I was like, okay, what's the real issue? Because let me show you. For the crosser and what's crossing this connection, what came out was house. Okay, and this is giving the energy of close proximity. This could be someone you live with, someone you have allowed to move maybe under your roof. Maybe you are roommates. Maybe this is just close as far as like the connection in itself. Okay, but then we have a false person here. All right, so in this closeness, in this, whether this is close knit or whether this is locationally close, this person is showing up as a false person. But then we have rendezvous. Okay, and we have memento. And so I was kind of like, well, spirit, what's going on? Because I mean, I said a false person, but it wasn't overt, and that's kind of giving me like this is not about overt betrayal. Okay, there is a lot of good times and a lot of good memories here that you've apparently shared with this individual. Maybe you have gone on trips, maybe you fund those trips. You're often the one paying for the room or paying for the ticket or paying for the plane or paying for, you know what I mean, whatever it is. But there's trips here, there's rendezvous, and then there's also these gifts often that this false person seems to be receiving here. Okay, so it took me a little minute to listen to spirit, but it seems like this person is staying close to you for the benefit of these rendezvous and these trips. And they're staying close to you for whatever else it is that being close to you provides them. Okay, so you may be growing in a way to where you are starting to see maybe this connection is more transactional than it first appears to be. And that's why there was this like confusion and fogginess, and you may be picking up that fogginess because it can feel like, like you're overthinking, or maybe you are seeing it but then you're kind of blowing it off like, nah, that's not what it is, I'm tripping, you know what I'm saying, that's my partner, that's my friend, that's my whatever. And it's cool, it's cool, but at the same time there is an imbalance. Okay, this card here is giving me the Six of Pentacles energy in the reverse. All right, there's an imbalance in what is being given, how much is being given, and how much is being received, or how much you are being reciprocated in that energy. Okay, so we're gonna see. I'm actually gonna use some tarot here. I'm gonna use the Intuitive Keys tarot deck. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. Okay. I hope everybody's doing well, feeling good on this good Thursday morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you see this message, okay? Whenever you see it, if it reverberates, then you are in the right place at the right time. All right, Spirit, tell us more. Something's coming to the light concerning a connection. I'm seeing the Sun card. This person could be a Leo. You could be a Leo, okay? Something definitely is manifesting. The Magician is here as well. Okay. Clarify the unexpected income, Spirit. Clarify unexpected income. We have Twin Flame here. Twin Flame. Okay, so this is could be a very close-knit, very passionate, and very, this doesn't have to be romantic, because a twin flame doesn't have to be a romantic, interest, but it could be someone that you feel deeply bonded to. Okay, tell us more, Spirit. Twin flame. And the Eight of Swords, it landed on the best friend. So y'all been thick as thieves for a good minute. I don't know how long you've been connected to this person, but it's giving me almost like this sense of like stuck, but not unwillfully stuck. Like stuck together like two magnets, stuck together like glue type energy. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's kind of giving me with the best friend here. There is this deep bond, and I'm looking at how the swords are in the ground there, and I don't know if those are potatoes. Look like a potato field to me, or rocks, but nevertheless the connection is one that runs deep. Okay, so there could be a lot of time that you have had with this person. Clarify main female secrets. Okay, now this could be someone you are secretly, I don't know why secrets are here. That's going to add a plot twist, because there could be an element where someone is actually connected to somebody else, but there is this other individual that is also you're connected to. Clarify the secrets. Two of Swords. This is kind of giving me that this Secrets in the Two of Swords is the inner work of your intuition. You know, you may be not speaking on something that you are starting to see. You're starting to sense. Okay, you haven't spoken on it yet, but your intuition is picking up that something is not balanced in the connection. Okay, clarify how, Spirit. We have an Emperor here. So this person is staying close to you because you're showing up in this Emperor energy, male or female. This again is giving me that you are very resourceful. You are capable of providing stability to this individual. Okay, we have Lovers here wants to peek out, and we have the Page of Cups. Now this could be somebody who is younger than you. You know, chronologically in age, they may be younger than you, or they may be younger in their sense of independence, okay, than you are. So you provide a certain stability to this person. Clarify the false person. Landing under the twin flame, we have Six of Cups. This is definitely someone you could have known since childhood. This could be a best friend that you've been connected to for a while. But with the Six of Cups being in the upright, it feels like you may be secretly asking your spirit team, ancestors, you know, really doing some contemplation about whether this is someone you need to move away from, whether this is someone that needs or is capable of actually being a part of your future, okay? Now, you may find this person as very beautiful. There's something beautiful about their energy, but at the same time, and this is why it's kind of confusing in the energy, because it's not that there's not a real bond here. It's not that there's not real love here. It's just someone is showing up a bit opportunistic. Okay, someone is showing up in this false identity where there is a slight inauthenticity about their energy. All right, not an overt user, somebody who doesn't maybe like you as a person, but is actually sticking around although they don't like you. That's not what this is giving. This is giving that somebody may lack self-awareness. This person that you're connected to may lack self-awareness, and you may be at a point in your life, in your spiritual journey, if you are on a spiritual journey, if you are choosing to, you know, grow and follow the path that the divine has for you, where you are doing a lot of introspection and you're just starting to see that the self-awareness you are gaining, that this other individual, you know, has not gained that self-awareness, because we don't all heal at the same time, right? Like, just because we're the bestest of friends, or we're very close with certain family members, or we have lovers or partners, when we start our healing journey, it doesn't always mean that they're going to be capable or willing to start theirs at the same time. So you can stay in the relationship and both move towards healing. This may not be the case here, where this person, you're healing and they may not be. You're changing and they may not be, which is causing a tower moment. It's causing a sense of sudden awareness that's coming in for someone in the collective, where it's like, what's really the transaction here? Is this a twin flame, or is this a karmic twin flame? Is this a divine connection, or is this a karmic connection? And so you may have been questioning that. Clarify rendezvous, Spirit. Four of Swords. Four of Swords. You may be, you know, I don't know. It feels like you are in contemplation about, maybe you have a trip planned with this person, but in the time frame from which you planned it, and when it's time to now maybe go on this trip, you have had these deep thoughts. You have brought balance to the way you are thinking about the trip, or just all of the things that you have done with this person, where it seems like you have funded most of it. This could be that you know people that know people, so you're able to get, you're kind of like a jet setter type energy where you kind of able to go where you want to go, do what you want to do, and this person is covertly like a hanger-oner, covertly like a groupie. You know what I mean? But there's still a real bond here. And again, this could be someone you've known since you were a child. Someone you literally consider your best friend. But something is changing in you. And that's what I'm really picking up. Something is changing inside of you, and it's bringing a sense of awareness, which is causing a tower moment, a paradigm shift, a aha moment, where you may be starting to secretly tap in intuitively as to what should be the next phase of your connection with this person. This could also be this sense of like, y'all often take trips, y'all often go on vacations together, but it feels like you are funding most of it, and this person is staying close to you because being close to you means that they can relax. Being close to you gives them a sense of safety because they know whatever they don't have, you have it, and you are generous and you will give it. Okay? So it's kind of creating an energy, could be creating an energy in this individual where they're not actively taking responsibility over their own life. They're inactive, they're inoperative when it comes to their own life. It's like they on chill mode all the time. Okay, so there's a bit of an enabler here, and maybe that's what you're asking, like, am I actually helping by being generous? Because when it comes to their own life, they don't show up for themselves, right? And maybe that was cool when you was like, little young folk running around, give me some of your chips, let me get some of your chips, let me get some of your snacks. Like maybe this person was always like, give me some of your candy. That was cool. But as you get older and you become adult men and women, you may be now starting to see that this person has not grown out of that gimme, 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 gimme. Can I have, can I hold, can I borrow? And then like, yeah, you can borrow it, but then you never get it back. But then you're not expecting it back because the relationship has kind of formed itself in that you giving, them receiving, you not getting back. Okay. Now, clarify memento. This person seems like they don't have to show up for themselves. They can literally sleep through their life because you've created a sense of comfortability, memento spirit. We have the sun here in reverse. The Most High. Okay. This feels like you are absolutely, working on self-mastery, and you may be seeing where you have enabled the gift giving is not actually a positive thing. The sun card in reverse is like, yes, something hidden, but because the upright sun card is about positivity, it's about, good energy, good vibes, high vibrational. Something is low vibrational. It feels like this person may also be hiding something. They're hiding that they are they are remaining close to you for the things that you give them. And this is where there is this slight insincerity. They're dependent on your energy. They enjoy the comfort and security that you provide. So you're starting to maybe see things differently concerning this connection with this Tower card coming in. Yeah. Somebody's starting to see the connection differently. Let me get a few more, see what else Spirit wants to say from this deck. So if you've been kind of thinking and then kind of talking yourself out of it, like you're overthinking, or maybe you're seeing it wrong, maybe you're being judgmental, you're talking yourself out of what the Spirit and the Most High is trying to get you to see. And again, it could be that this person is just has a general sense of a lack of awareness. That this Sun card could be not that they're intentionally hiding this from you, but that this is hidden within them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's hidden to their self-awareness, their ability to see themselves as they are, that they are allowing a connection with you to enable them. They are staying close to you just because what you provide or what you give or what doors you open or what trips they can take with you. This could be also hidden to this individual. But that creates emotional ambiguity, right? That creates confusion for someone in the collective because you're picking up on it. But because of the familiarity, because of the years and the history that you have with this individual, it is making it difficult to judge it as it is. Not judge them, but see it clearly, okay? See it clearly. And so there is this fogginess. Anything else, Spirit, from this deck? Landing on the twin flame and crossing it, we have the Two of Cups. Something is love, or is it? You know, stay connected or separate. The bond is making that hard to see clearly, okay? Hard to see clearly. Let's get another deck here. This one. I'll use this one. You also may be starting to feel drained when you are with this individual. And Spirit is wanting someone to know that you have kind of over obligated yourself in ways that it may be, is telling something, or you being feeling drained when you are with this individual is trying to tell you something. It's trying to reveal something to you, okay? I'm going to put those two to the side. But it's trying to reveal something to you. The energy, and you know, it feels like feeling overloaded with whatever you have going on in your life, but also because this person is so dependent on you, whatever they have going on in their life, right? Because they're not carrying their own weight of their own reality. They're kind of writing themselves as a main character in your reality. Okay, so we have overload and fate here. Spirit, let's go deeper into this, Spirit. Let's go deeper. And if you're still here at this point, we're going to go deeper and see what's going on, okay? Because it could be for someone in the collective that there is an intentional hiding of what the true motive is here. Let's see. Overload and fate. Tell us more. Encouragement, miracle, surprise. This came out in the reverse. We have friendship. Now it landed on the Two of Cups and it landed in reverse. So that's that questioning. Give me one more. Because I kind of, you know, with this overload fate and then the good news in reverse, what I heard was bearer of bad news. And it's like, I don't mind being the bearer of bad news, because the truth is the truth, and whether it's bad or good is about the individual's perception, because bad news can be good news. It just depends on how you perceive it. Because why would you want to walk around being duped? Why would you want to walk around thinking something is what it is not? You know what I'm saying? What's bad is delusion. What's bad is deceit, right? So whenever someone, I don't know if someone, is picking up an energy of like, okay, this situation may be bad news, this friendship may be bad news, or there's something negative about it that you need to see or you need answers to. Now we have friendship landing off on the Two of Cups in reverse. So remember, the Two of Cups was like, is this a partnership? Is this not? Is this something I should stay in? Should I move out of it? Is this a twin flame, a karmic twin flame? Is this a divine partner or a karmic connection? Now the friendship shows up in reverse, landing on the Two of Cups. Tell me why. White Knight. This is not built on friendship, and that landed on the Four of Swords. So this is the moment when, and I've had this moment, when you reach an awakening and you realize that someone that you have been really besties with for umpteen years, and you start seeing that it only lasted that long because I let shit slide. I kept showing up for someone who didn't come out the door with an umbrella, even though the rain was forecasted. So now I got to use my umbrella to keep them from getting wet, and now I'm getting wet. Okay? This is why the friendship has lasted so long, because you're in this White Knight energy. You're letting the rain hit you, making sure that they are not getting wet. And this is why this Four of Swords is giving me that this person is not prepared. They sleeping as it relates to their own life and their own responsibilities. They don't bring no umbrella out the door. The rain man said it was gonna rain. It's been raining for 40 days and 40 nights, and they still out the door with no umbrella. Okay? They are not actively taking care of themselves. And so if you've had a long-term friendship, this gives me strong friendship vibes too. Okay? Could be family or somebody you consider to be family because you've been friends with them for a while. This is that moment when you realize that the whole friendship was based on a trauma bond of some sort, a karmic tie of some sort, where it has created a dynamic where you are overly desiring to be dependent on, because when people depend on you, it translates to you that you have value. But you have value because you are you. People don't have to overly always be depending on you for you to feel validated. And so you have this friendship with this individual who, on the other side of the coin, feels validated when somebody is taking care of them. And so they are codependent. It is codependency both ways, but it's two different things being received in the connection. So it's not a purely true, like a friendship that is purely friendship, a mutually beneficial connection in a healthy way. It is a trauma bond. Okay, so with this White Knight card landing here on this Four of Swords, this person is connected to you because there is a safety in being connected to you, because being connected to you means that they will have all of their needs, wants, and desires met by you. So therefore, they don't have to do anything for themselves. They don't have to get active. They can literally be asleep in the middle of the day as a whole grown ass man or woman, you know what I'm saying, when everybody else is either creating, manifesting, working, doing something. They slobbing. Tucked in, look, hand up under the cheek, baby, snoring. And then here you come, the protector, the White Knight, okay? This is what the friendship, the divine is trying to get someone to see, is at the foundation of it. Now, if you are in this energy of being concerned because you are on your path of ascension, okay, and you are starting to realize that there are more healthy ways for you to attract reciprocal love, right? Like you're starting to maybe see that you require something deeper, something more as you are on this path of ascension. So it is bringing up some things, and there is a reason, and you have every right to be concerned. Now, tell us more, Spirit. Ooh. We have perseverance in reverse. So there is a challenge here that someone is not able or have not been able to get over. We have the introvert in reverse. Somebody has the challenge, and I don't know if this is you, collective, or if this is the person you're in a connection with, but they have this challenge about being alone. Yeah, because we have the homeless card here. Somebody is facing the challenge of dealing with the idea of actually being alone, and I think in a general sense, but it's showing up in the connection, because that's where the bond is. That's where the holding on and realizing like it's okay to, it feels like it's not really hard feelings. It's just maybe this is a point where we kind of need to diverge a little bit. Like we need to kind of put some space. We need to maybe readjust the way we are showing up to each other, because somebody is hyper dependent and somebody is overly giving. But it feels like at the foundation, the bond is neither one of you want to be alone. There's the imbalance here. Tell us more. Profession, and it's in the reverse. Like somebody don't want to work. Somebody doesn't want to work. Or something's not working. No longer working, and it could be both. Okay, because I'm seeing the homeless card. Remember, we have the house card. So this could be somebody that is actually living with you. Now, you may be getting up, going to work, going to your place of business, whatever the case may be, and you come in the house and they knocked out sleep, and they're not, and it's like this is a whole grown adult. This doesn't feel like a child. Now, unless it's a child that you are best friends with like that, because, you do have some parent dynamics where it's like, that's my son, but that's my partner. You know what I'm saying? That's my daughter, but that's my homegirl. But that adds another layer, because then you're enabling as a parent. Right? So take that, how that reverberates. But just staying in the vein of the friendship and the bond, somebody is taking care of an adult person because you maybe just want to have somebody in the house. You like having them in the house, but at the same time, as you are growing, as you are evolving, you're starting to see that that's not working, because it's actually not helping them. This person is constantly needing your help in some way, whether this is by you providing a place to stay, or whether this is by you providing money. It could be both, because providing a place to stay is providing money in the mortgage. You know what I mean? In the light bill, in the groceries up in this mug. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely an imbalance here. So it feels like in order for you to really set things on course in a way that is beneficial for you, because your first priority is you, okay? And everybody else has to get in line with what works for you. And if they don't get in line with, or they don't want to, then that means that is a misaligned connection. That's what that means, okay? Granted, there is some compromising and stuff, but it's still, that compromise is still supposed to be along the lines as what really truly works for you. And it's not going to put you out in a way to where you're starting to undermine your own self-respect, or else that's not a compromise you need to make. So it feels like the spirit is saying for you to get over this hurdle with this particular friend, there's a need for you to deal with this energy within yourself, maybe of feeling like you are not wanting to be alone. Because that energy is causing you to keep an individual or people around you, padding your reality with people who actually don't really have the best intentions for you, or they're not able to equally reciprocate. And if they're not able to equally reciprocate, then you end up with the pneumonia because you out there in the rain. You know what I mean? You end up drained. You end up not having what you need to take care of yourself, both energetically, your attention, your time. You know what I'm saying? Your auric field is low, right? And your finances may even start getting a little imbalanced. You may have a lot or a little, but it can still be imbalanced. You know, it's like at some point you have to kind of pull the plug, right? You have to remove wherever the drainage is, or you have to plug up where the drain is. You feel me? Take it how it reverberates. So we have quit, we have awakening, and we have rejection, and then we have okay. You've made this overindulgence. You've made this something that feels like a friendship. You've been okay with this friendship being the way it is. You know, the hanging out, the going to do things, whatever this is here. You've made it okay out of this energy of maybe a fear of rejection. Been there too, where I let people stick around too long. Not because I was afraid that they was going to feel like I was rejecting them, but because I had an underlying fear of rejection. So I would overcompensate with, just letting people hold too much space, give too much energy, you know what I'm saying? To connections where it's like, but when I'm down and I need something, there's no one to call because I'm the one everybody calling. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the one everybody's looking to. I'm the one everybody's seeking advice on how to do this, how to execute that, how to get that done. You know what I mean? And I was really good at, and I still am really good at saying, okay, this is how you can do this and this is how you can do that. Where I needed to heal is turning that advice inward, right? So I can eat from the fruit of my own tree. Okay? And so when I got down and I wasn't able to give that kind of attention because I am turning inward to myself, then there was a natural separation, but nobody spun back around and say, hey, you good? You straight? Can I help? What does it need? You going to be all right. This is the motivation. Just keep yourself going. Pick your head up. Whatever. Nobody said nothing. It was crickets. Okay? No, the same people that was using me to keep them afloat energetically, there was nobody when I needed somebody to say, hey, come on up out of the mud, like come up. So this feels like someone has to really continue on your journey, continue doing the healing work. You're not crazy and you're not overthinking. You're seeing this connection exactly for what it is. All right. And your spirit team and the divine is trying to mature you in a way that may cause for you to have to kind of either put somebody out your house, like pull their coattails, stop enabling them, let them get wet in the rain. They there out there in the dough. They got their purse with nothing in it, but they ain't got no umbrella. And it's raining. What the purse gonna do for the rain? And then on top of that, you ain't got no money in there to go run to the Walmart real quick to buy your umbrella. It's like you can't just let an adult person be totally unable to take care of themselves. Okay? So refraining from healing from this fear of being alone or fear of being rejected. You are maybe overly giving to this individual. And so this is confirmation for somebody in the collective that what you are seeing, what you are intuiting is correct. Okay? Continue on this awakening and healing journey in this path of ascension. And it may cause a separation. It may. All right? It just depends. Everybody has their will to choose, you know. Speak up. Just wanted to get one card here. Speak up. It's time to speak up to this individual, okay? What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. All right, collective, this has been the message. I hope something was said to bring you confirmation and clarity. Please jump in the comments. Let me know how it reverberated for you. Thank you so much for being here with me one more time. If you are not a subscriber, I do officially invite you to subscribe, join the tribe. All right, and turn on your notification bell so you know when I'm back with another message, and you can catch the premieres, and the community can keep growing, and all will be well. All right, if anybody is in need of a personal reading, my information is in the description. You can click the link. It'll take you to my website where you can book. Make sure when you go to the website and you're ready to book, you scroll down to the middle part of the website. There's a 2-step process. Please be sure to do both of those steps so you can get your reading back in a timely fashion. I love you guys. Like, share, hype it up if you have one to spare, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace, family.